let me ask you, did you just think that ChatGPT, the new project that has turned up a couple of days ago, was just about storing your chats under one theme? Well, yes, that is a part of that, but it's actually much, much, much smarter than that. So you will find projects now on the left-hand side with a little cross here if you want to add a new project. So this is what it looks like when it's opened up. You've got the chat. It's always going to work in 4.0, so just be mindful of that. You're not going to be able to pull in any of your agents. You're not going to be able to use any of the levels of inside ChatGPT. It's just functioning from 4.0, which for most of us, let's be fair, is good enough unless we're doing something more complicated. Now, what we can do is we can drag and drop files in here, but remember, no agents and no images by the looks of it. It is just 4.0 files. So I would be able to pull probably this one, this one, this one, this one, because there's no agents linked to them. So they would be all right to pull in under one theme. However, this is what I want to encourage you to do, not just a place to keep folders where you've got work together, but actually think of starting this afresh. So I've just set one up about what's new in ChatGPT. So I've actually added some folders. So they're sitting in the background. And let me just go back to, so I've got a new chat. So these are the folders that live within, these are the chats and the conversations that live within side of the new what's new. So here we go, the folders, yeah? So you can add, if you click on what's new, if you click on what's new, it'll open the folders here, and this is where you can add them. So you just pull them across and add them in. But okay, so this is a new one. And what I want to do every now and again is ask ChatGPT, what's new? But then I want to create a post that positions me as a thought leader, as positions me with authority, positions me with somebody who knows what they're talking about. I do know what I'm talking about, but yeah, it's not my style of writing, put it that way. So I need a little bit of a nudge to actually position me with that context. So I started a new chat this morning because I was thinking, hang on. I was thinking, okay, if I'm going to do this and I want to be positioned as a thought leader, as an expert in my niche, what what's the prompt that I would need to create to consistently give that tone of voice, to consistently give that output? So I can say to ChatGPT, what's new? I can pick out one thing like I did yesterday, which was about memory coming in across the board. I'm just absolutely convinced it's already doing that. But let's see what a difference it makes when it actually officially comes in. Is that I can pick out one theme, I can get it to write a post, but I can get it to write a post in a particular style of voice. So this isn't an agent, this isn't an AI agent. They are much more sophisticated and they have a lot more meat on them. They are much deeper. This is more about, I would say, a general prompt is how I see it. So an AI agent is an agent that would fulfill a specific task, repeat, 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 that's got some depth to it, that needs some analysis, that has to really think. Whereas, a project could be good for, this is how I'm using it anyway, a project could be good for writing copy over and over again in the same tone and the same style of writing. So what I've just done is I've started this new chat and I've asked in this chat, let me just go back up. I said, I want to create a prompt using this project. I'm going to be using it to position me as a thought leader using AI agents and ChatGPT. So what would make a good blend that I could consistently write in as a thought leader, and it's come back with a prompt. And what it's done is it's pulling what it knows about me. So, if you want to be positioned as a thought leader, you've got to have some credibility and you've got to have some weight behind you. Otherwise, it's just going to be flat. Whereas here, it's pulling from my own methodology because ChatGPT obviously knows me very well because it's my mini me. So empower AI, thought leadership, content prompt, objective, write content that positions Wendy Kier as a trailblazer in AI for coaches, consultants, and therapists, focus on empower AI agents and ChatGPT innovative potential. Amazing. I could never come up with that. Okay, prompt, opening hook. Okay, establish context, the why. Teach and inspire, the how. Proof of authority, client success. This is what I was saying. If you're going to do this, you've got to have authority. You've got to have your testimonials, your client base. You've got to have some theoretical framework to pull from. Otherwise, there's no thought leadership. There's no authority. It's flat. There's a key ingredient missing. Closing takeaway. Okay, I love that it's given an example here. I hate that it does this. So what I need to do, and I can't stand it, if you see it in your copy, take it out because it's lazy. And my fear is that people will see this and then they won't read your copy because they'll see this and they might perceive it as being lazy. You know how judgmental people can be about writing. So wherever you see this in your copy, I would say take it out. Okay. Let's do voice to type. What else could I add to sprinkle a bit of magic? Please make sure the output is in English, British English UK, and also make sure and remove any. I do not like them. They do not add value. And ChatGPT, you should have stopped this by now. It's a bit lazy. I talk to it like it's a human. Actually, would I talk to a human that way? Probably not. Probably not, actually. So what it's going to do is it's going to hopefully remove those. I don't even know what you call them, but they're bloody annoying. Oh, God's sake, ChatGPT, come on! It's not a complicated request. It's almost like you're taking the piss now. There's loads of them. Okay, to add a sprinkle of magic and elevate your thought leadership content further, consider incorporating the following elements. These will make your voice distinctive, engaging, and memorable without relying on unnecessary fluff or formatting. Yeah, I want to get straight to the point, actually. Stories telling with emotion. Yeah. Bold, bold. I can't read that. Sorry, dyslexic brain doesn't like that word. Thought leaders don't reflect, they forecast. Interesting. Interesting. So that's a very different style of writing for me. Interesting. I know my clients as well, when you watch this, you'll find this interesting as well, because, yeah, you know, part of what I was teaching for the first quarter was about how to bring your own unique style of thought leadership into what it is that you're doing and how to use ChatGPT to do that. Okay. Counterintuitive insights, challenge assumptions. Yes, 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 yes. Powerful one-liners. Yeah, I've got another agent that I can use for that. You can't pull agents in, unfortunately, to projects just yet. I think it will probably come, but not just yet. Visual imagery, nah. Proactive questions, yeah. Surprising data trends. Did you know 60% of solopreneurs spend more than half their day on admin tasks? Yeah, that could be helpful, as long as it's got context and relevant. Engage the science, draw readers by, okay, how do I bring it all together? Okay. Bring everything together and make sure in the prompt, this is not anywhere, not in the prompt and not in the output. It is to be avoided at all costs. But it still doesn't do it. Here's the final key, cohesive. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, for God's sake. Seriously? Seriously. It's a okay. Cool. Structured prompt. Why do you keep doing this? Can you please make sure that everything is in at the prompt from the first prompt that you created to the second prompt that you created, that it's a nice authentic blend that I can use consistently. You'll notice that I'm not even reading stuff. It's because I trust the AI to do a really good job. Still got it in. So why did it say it does it? Here's a fully refined authentic leadership content prompt blends to version one. I've ensured that it's clear, engaging, and free of anything you've asked to avoid. This prompt will allow you to consistently write content that positions you as an authentic core leader. Okay, the power of AI agents. Still doing it though. You have to do it manually, I think. It's not saying why it's doing it. I'm just going to give it one more go. Beth, my feeling is that it's a bug. Thank you for pointing that out. I can see how frustrating it is. Darn right it is. It's not a bug, but I now fully understand that you do not want the hyphens or dashes used in your content. Here's a clean, refined. But why are you doing it? Yeah, yeah. Oh, oh. It understood my question. So ultimately, that was down to me. Now, you're probably thinking, Wendy, what are you going to do with this? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to copy it. So we have, how many do we have? I think 5 bullet points, 6 bullet points. Okay, so I've got the prompt. I want to go back up to what's new. I want to go to add instruction and I want to pop it in. And then I want to add it. And then I want to go to a chat that I'd already started. So this is one that I asked chat. This is what I asked ChatGPT yesterday. What's new? Image improvement capability. So actually, I could just pick up that one because I don't need to find out what's new today. I've already done the memory. The memory is significantly important. What's coming? Tools, not so much for my audience, just confuse them. More conversational response, actually, then I can do that one. So here I've got some real nice little snippet thought leadership posts that I can use throughout the week to position myself with authority so that so that hang on, I need to label this one prompt because this is what it is. So if I want to change the prompt, I'm going to come back into this one and I'm going to just work in this chat. Yeah, so you can see how it becomes more of a project and not so much about, let me just put my folders in here related to one topic. Yes, that's good. However, I don't think that's why this has been created. I think it's been created to have a master prompt. And then from that master prompt, you then create. Um, but there is no harm putting all your folders in there because it is a nice way to organize them because I tend to delete everything. You can see I've only got a few here. And actually most of mine I'm not going to be able to pull across because they are images or they are agents. So this is an agent and this is an agent. They'll stay until I archive them or until we can move them across. So uh, I don't think. Writes me. Hmm. What I'm not sure about is do I have to do that or can I just put the copy in and see what it does? The future of visual intelligence in AI, how enhanced image capacity will transform the way we work. And this is probably going to give me a different perspective. It's definitely given me very different copy, that's for sure. Okay, is this in along with the prompt? You're right to check. Let's realign the response to match your prompt and tone more closely, ensuring it positions you as a thought leader. Okay, so you might you might want to. That's a lot of bullet points. Why this works. Why does it work? Okay, powerful opening, addresses challenges, clear solution, empathy and empowerment, engagement. Okay, it's still doing those bloody things. Yeah, so I would read this. So what I would do is I would copy it, then I just pop it back in the box, and then I will just read it and change anything that I'm not happy with, and then I'll just click enter, then that's it, job done. Job done. So it's using the master prompt that is created in the background. So when you do this, it might just be used to just at the front, just say follow prompt, maybe. This is the first time I've really done it this way, so I'm not sure. But, from the first example, copy's probably fine, to be fair. But it's saying that it wasn't 100% on point. So what did I just say here? Is this in line with the prompt? Right, thought leadership. I would just follow the prompt and then put in the copy. And then voila. So I can use this chat all the time with that prompt running in the background. So if you need to update the prompt, you would just go back to your prompt that you've created. You'd amend it, then you go back to what's new, and then you change the customer instructions. Yeah, I don't know how long. Where do I want to do this? I'll just do it here. I can delete it anyway. How long are how long? Probably about 2000, maybe. Oh, 50 to 100 words. That's not right. Hang on. The customer instructions in projects can vary length depending on complexity and scope. Short instructions, I'm probably here actually. Detailed instructions for more complex projects. So you can go up to 1,000 words, which is a lot. What's that? Probably about 2 or 3 pages, A4 pages. That's a big instruction. So you can do, this is quite powerful. You can do a lot within this. A lot. I personally prefer agents at the moment because you can pull them into one another and have a conversation and get much more depth and insight. Whereas a project is as it says, as it stands in its own right, I think. A project is a specific piece of work with a clear beginning, a middle, and end, which I have 2 types of agents. I have smart agents and I have founder agents. Founder agents you have conversations with. Um, the smart agents, they fulfill specific tasks, but you can pull them into one another. So if you've got a job on, if you're, I don't know, maybe writing a book and you want to pull out unique quotes, I have an agent that will write the chapters of your book, and then I can bring in another one that will read the copy, then pull out unique quotes so you can put back in the book. So they work in harmony and partnership one another in many, many different layers, which is really cool. But I like this. This is really cool. It's really super easy. I can think once a week, what posts am I going to share around thought leadership? How can I position myself? It's something that I think about doing all the time, having more authority, being clearer, understanding actually what the methodology is and the process that goes behind it. Now I don't have to think about it. I just need to identify, and then write the post in line with my audience. So I don't need everything that it's going to recommend, but the memory important, images important, and what was the other one? Oh yeah, the tone of voice and the style of how it's going to write is important. The other two I can just dump because they're not for the people that I work with. They are way too complicated. Titan, what's the matter? Hey, hey. Yeah. Okay, let me know your thoughts. How are you going to use it? If you want the prompt around thought leadership, just let me know and I'll put it in the membership. You can access it that way. Yeah, so I just wanted to share that with you because projects isn't quite what we thought it was, what I thought it was when I first saw it. I thought, oh, it's a nice little neat folder that I can pop all my stuff in. But actually, it's super cool. It's much, much helpful. It's of greater benefit.